Hey, happy 48-hour Friday to you, and you. Welcome to Side Dish. We are more than an appetizer when it comes to pop culture and fun. We had a whole meal. I go by the name of Headkrack. That beautiful individual in the middle right there is the pride of Rhode Island. That's the one and only Claudia Jordan in the building. And we got Broken Bow, Oklahoma's very own Tanner Thomason. How y'all feeling, gang?
What's up, y'all? I love Thursdays because we're so close. We're so close. So close.
Yeah, like scratching the hem of the Weeknd's garment. Not the singer, but the actual Weeknd. You know what I mean? We're so close to being there, man. How's that day treating y'all?
I went golfing today with some friends, and I had a good time. I forgot the time, so I barely made it back in time. Like, I thought it was an hour earlier. Is that an old thing? Do y'all be forgetting what day it is sometimes or what time it is?
Oh, yeah.
Nah, my schedule really makes me very aware of what day it is, what minute it is, what hour it is. I'm in a different season right now. It's really crazy.
Tanner, I feel like you kind of feel that way sometimes.
Oh, yeah. I totally lose. I'm one of those people where it's like, I got to look at my phone to remind myself the date. Like, I forget the date all the time. I got to remind myself that I'm in the Eastern time zone, and I know people in Central and Pacific, and I get that all messed up. I walk around confused a lot.
Same. And I'm like, is this what early onset dementia is like?
Oh.
Because that's what it feels like sometimes.
You know, like, but the cool thing is the fact that you do still have your mental faculties. So you're just kind of like giving it a trial run. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily committing to the whole thing, but just, you know, just giving it a test.
So dementia light, if you will.
Oh, dementia light. I like that. Dementia light.
Sounds almost cute.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a girl somewhere out there named Dementia.
No.
Come upstairs. You got your thing going on.
Listen, there's a name. There's some wild names out there. I met one of the most ugliest guys ever, and his name was Adonis. Right now, that is a name, an established name, but the wrong people get the names. But there are some wild names out there in these streets. Very wild.
Yo, by curiosity, do you know that person's last name, or like would it be slander if we said it?
No, I don't remember his last name. I know he had his hair gelled forward like a Caesar, and he cut it, but it was like bald up here. And he had very strong features.
Oh.
So he looked like an adult baby.
And that's a good
like with the hair. Okay, cool. Because I went to school with an Adonis, and I was like, what are the chances?
He was in LA.
Oh, no chance.
Okay.
I feel like this guy would have never left the state. Well, moving on. Talking about people that travel and get it popping. The Braxtons, they're back with more family drama. So remember that rift between Tamar and her sisters after she was sent a cease and desist because she planned to interview her niece, Ashley Braxton, their brother Michael's daughter, on her podcast. There's a little B-roll of that, in case you don't remember. In certain lighting, sometimes Tony looks like a Kardashian.
Oh.
Anyway, so back in 2024, Ashley claimed that at 16, an aunt cut her off after the aunt's partner allegedly sent her inappropriate messages. Fans guessed it was Trina Braxton and her late ex, Gabe Solis.
Well, Tamar is going off again, saying the family secret was kept from her, and she found out when Ashley shared it on TikTok. In a post shared by Neighborhood Talk, Tamar said, "If I knew all I know now, I would have aired Gabe's ass out like I would normally. But all this was kept from me until Ashley spoke out so that I wouldn't. This season has made me ridiculously traumatized and triggered. Family secrets is real and it will F you and your life up." All right, y'all. So the Braxtons have kept this one in the family group chat and off social media and TV. And do we need to bring Ayanna Van Zandt back into the fold to bring peace to this family? What do y'all think?
I mean, off the riff, it just kind of depends on what else they got going on this season, because you kind of need that epicenter thing to kind of get a season going. And it seems like this is what we're leading with. Don't know what the rest of the season has. Because that show's been on for how many years?
I don't even know. A long time. It's been a really long time. A side note here. Trina shared a video saying she doesn't negate anyone's experience, but she wishes the people accused were still alive to defend themselves, alluding to her ex, the late Gabe, who died of pancreatic cancer in 2018. Yeah, when the person's not here anymore and they can't, but did anybody else know? Family secrets. This is something me and one of my friends were talking about recently about, when you know these kinds of things. I don't know what it is with families protecting these secrets and not wanting people to know. And I believe that people should be put on blast. I do.
I agree.
I would feel like Tamar here. If I found out that something happened and I was the only person who did not know. And it was something that the reason that I wasn't told perhaps could have been because they knew I wouldn't react positively to it, or I would have brought a certain amount of aggression. Well, guess what? I'm doubled up now because you guys are keeping family business from me. So now I don't even know if I can trust you. What else are you keeping from me? It would really bother me. And I understand why she's upset.
And also that narrative too that people throw out there on, like, you know, and I don't want to say victim because I don't know how deep this goes, right? You know, was it more than inappropriate messages or whatever, right? Like, oh, how come you didn't tell when it happened? Because like I used to lead with that energy, like, yo, if something happened, tell people when it happened. And then like people got on me, it's like, you can't tell people when to decide they want to tell their story. But in this situation, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean? Like sometimes the first step in a therapy type session, even if it's not with the real therapist, is telling someone else your story. Like sometimes you feel so relieved when you take the cork off a bottle that you've had corked for so long. And now like, all right, cool. Now that I got that off my chest and out my spirit, someone else knows I'm not just holding that. They feel good about it. But it does suck when the person's not there to either feel the fire or defend themselves.
Yeah.
You know, if the allegations aren't true.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is just think about it like this. Think about and again, the more that I think about it, the more that I would be fired up because like Tamar reads about this online, right? And then she's like, oh, I'm going to have her on my podcast to talk about it. And then gets hit with a cease and desist from her own family. And we've had several members of the Braxtons on Dish. I love all of them. They've been nothing but great to me. Tamar's wonderful to work with. In this scenario, I would also be fired up. And to get a cease and desist as opposed to we really need to talk this out and here's why, and maybe it wasn't the right move. We didn't know what to do at the time. Those discussions, I feel like that sort of interpersonal family drama is the kind of stuff that makes people tear apart. You know, we got it on reality TV, but that can damage a family.
Yeah, very complicated situations, and I kind of agree with Tam on this one. I feel like if there's someone that's inappropriate with the child or anyone in the family, we're gonna put it on blast and let the chips fall where they may. And if you didn't want the smoke, then you shouldn't have done it. You know. Yep. All right.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. This is a hard shift, hard segue here. Khloe Kardashian. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it looks like Khloe's roster has run dry, you guys. She don't got no men's. During the Kardashian season 7 premiere, Khloe learned about Julia Fox's commitment to celibacy. And she dropped her own confession that she hasn't had sex in over 3 years. She looks great there. Not that that's the only thing, but she confirmed there's nobody on her roster. She's not DMing anybody. She's not texting anybody. Says that she feels great not dating. Previously, she shared that the father of her 2 kids, Tristan Thompson, that her kids are her top priority, and she doesn't care about dating. And here's my thing is like, I don't know why she would lie, but do you believe this? 3 years for Kardashian?
Any other person, I'd be like, nah. But being out in this dating scene, I could see how it was easy to be celibate. But I think as far as the Kardashians, Kim and Khloe, right? I mean, sorry, Kim and Kourtney. No, Khloe, I'm sorry. I get so confused with all of them. Okay, yeah. They have a type, which is rich, black, athletic men, okay? Minus Kanye West. He's not athletic. But like they like the athletes and the entertainers. Honestly, Khloe was on a run for like many years where I think she ran out. Yeah. Like, there's no other teams. There's no other artists. Like, the kind of guys that she liked, she kind of ran out. Like, there was a time and she was just on like a bam, 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 bam. So, I mean, the kind of guy she likes, that dating pool is kind of small. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
And then when the Raiders moved to Vegas, that kind of took a lot of people off the chessboard too.
That took off, what, 55 people? Well, how many people?
Yeah, like the options got really thin.
When the Raiders moved to Vegas?
Yeah, because she was keeping it basketball and NBA for a minute. So it seemed like the NFL was the next logical step, but then they took the whole team. And then also too, like, sometimes when something terrible happens on sacred grounds, you got to let some time go by in order for the land to resettle and be good again.
For the soil to be good again, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like kind of like, like, hey, if there was a murder suicide in the house, you don't want to move in there next year. You want to give it some time. It's a weird analogy, but the real ones know.
Your analogies that's why you're such a great rapper and off the dome as well. Yeah, and plus, like, again, that dating pool, there's only so many people you're gonna run out. You know what I mean? There's nobody else. Like, she's not gonna date a stockbroker. She's not gonna date
She might date a stockbroker. Her sister, Courtney, was married a rock star. Like, I could see Khloe doing that, because here's the thing: is the type. Listen, some people's pickers are broken, and her picker has led her to a lot of heartbreak over the last decade. She looks better than she's ever looked. Now, she's also got those 2 kids at home. Dating is hard when you got kids at home, and maybe they're at a young age where it's a little more difficult for mom to get out. There's a lot of questions. But I don't know. Listen, she's the Kardashian with the big heart, and I hope she does find somebody.
I mean, well, Courtney is like the Marilyn Munster of the Kardashians. She's going to date normal people, do normal things. But Claudia, if you could, right, matchmake for Khloe Kardashian, and Tanner, if you got any ideas too, like, who would you pair her with?
Who's on the Lakers?
Bronny? Let's see.
Cedric Ceballos is no longer with them, correct?
I think no. He's on. Cool. I think does he live out here in Dallas?
Most people retire and move to Dallas, way cheaper living. But in the chat, who would y'all pair with? I know it takes a second for the information to get there.
Yeah. And you know what? A lot of women are going celibate. I know a lot of that is happening right now. I've shared that I've been kind of on that, and willing to break it though. But again, the dating pool is drying up. Depends on what you like. I'm just saying. All right. So yesterday we talked about singer-songwriter Kevin McCall's latest interview on Back on Fig podcast. Well, he's still stirring up controversy, and this time it's about artists who he says can't sing. Yo, check this out.
Everybody can't be Patti LaBelle coming to this.
Patti can't sing to me.
You feel like Patti LaBelle can't sing?
Oh, I didn't say some. Y'all want to know all the people can't sing?
Yeah.
But I'm a fan of them. Mary J. Blige can't sing. Keisha Cole can't sing. Patti can't sing. Keith Sweat can't sing.
Keisha Cole can't sing?
Keisha Cole cannot sing. Alicia Keys cannot sing. Pitch, tone deaf. Most people don't sing. Y'all don't know these things. I used to argue with you. Now you want to know who can sing?
Yeah.
Yeah. T-Pain can sing without auto-tune. T-Pain can really sing. Brandy. Jasmine Sullivan.
No, let him name his. Don't help me.
No.
I want to hear his.
And then when you go Brandy and Monica, y'all ain't going to believe who I'm going to choose.
Brandy.
Yeah,
because you already said you got
to
choose
Brandy.
A lot of people going to choose Brandy, though.
Right. But keep on. Who else? Who else can sing?
Can sing is like a Mario.
Mario can't sing.
He corny and all that type of
Mario can't sing.
He can sing like he sing better than me.
Monica can sing, though. I love Monica.
Monica can sing her face off. And then we just getting, I know real singers, though. Like, if I get into the Clark sisters or Carvina Jones.
Keisha Cole can't sing is new to me.
I like it.
Now, most people agree with him, but he said he went too far about Patti. What do you guys think? Is there anyone you agree or disagree with? And who's an overrated singer in your book? I think he's on. First of all, Keisha Cole can sing. I don't agree with that at all. Like, she has have y'all heard her live too?
She's great live, and Keisha Cole could sing so good that she lowered the shelf on that love song just to give everybody a chance to sing along with her at their level. You know what I mean? Knowing damn well she could hit the note and do the parts, but like, I think a lot of times it's all relative or based on your personal opinion. To him, these people can't sing. There's some people who would be like, compared to the people you mentioned that can't sing, T-Pain isn't a great singer, but I know damn well T-Pain is actually amazing without the auto-tune.
Wow, that's good to know. That's very interesting, actually.
Yo, he did a run about a year or two ago where he was doing all these shows live and just out there just singing his heart out. The auto-tune was just the extra icing on the cake, and using the technology at the time. He really got it. He one of them ones.
My takeaway from this little clip is a little different. We were talking about him like yesterday, and he's upset with Chris Brown, and he's talking about the EBT card and talking about how it's not fair. I feel like, to me, this is an example of why things didn't work out for him. And I know this is a hard left on who can sing and who can't sing. But if he can sit down on a podcast and just run up a list of names talking about how they can't sing, like, that's negative energy that you're putting out. And like, when you're willing to do that and you're willing to say, like, this person can't sing, because every single name he listed was Alicia Keys, every single name he listed was a very extremely successful singer. And so it's just like, maybe they're not all perfect, but at the same time, we know who all of them are. And a lot of people are just learning about him this week.
Sadly, I think we're just witnessing a crash out. And then because he got all that attention from what happened the other day, going on these podcasts and making these outrageous statements is getting him more attention than he's gotten in a long time. And this is a talented guy. I've seen him recently. We actually pieced it up because we had a big beef years ago and he was real disrespectful online. And he apologized to me and came up to me. And I was like, wow, I'm glad to see, like, I'm happy for you that you're like cleaning up your act. You're getting on the right path. And I legitimately am, because he's a talented guy. But what happens in our society is we like to reward this kind of behavior with attention, clicks, and views and more interviews. And it's going to make him just go out and say, I think he's saying this like it's for shock value. You know what I mean?
I think sometimes when you're as talented as some of these people could be, you get so frustrated that no one is recognizing you for that thing that you do climb to the top of the mountain and make just bizarre statements, just to get the clicks popping. And, some people win with it. Some people not so much. A lot of people calling them crazy in the chat. It's like, yo, Keisha Cole, they willing to die on that hill. Right. That she could say. Well, another singer who can sang is Summer Walker. She's finally over it. She's been in these social media streets promoting her third studio album. And while her love life has always informed her music, or inspired it, I should say, things can get messy when art imitates life. Now, she joined Complex's Speedy Mormon to discuss the time Lil Meech publicly embarrassed her while they were dating. Now, first we're going to jog your memory, then we're going to listen to what Summer has to say about it. Check it out.
What you working with? Yeah. What you working with? What you working with? What you working with? Yeah. Get your bands up. Oh, you ain't tricking. I'ma hit your.
Damn, I can't help my cousin bring the bags in the house. We went to the grocery store, man.
I want to talk about an unfortunate situation for you that led to an incredible line and meme for us as fans and viewers, and that was, I can't help my cousin bring the bags in the house.
Yes.
What do you remember about that? Incredible line. What do you remember about a moment like that? Was it infuriating for you?
It was. I was really ignorant, but hey.
Did you laugh at it, or were you like in too deep?
No, I was like, that's trifling. I literally don't even have to say anything on that because his life is terrible now. So,
damn.
Yeah.
Yo, my man Speedy Mormon said that was an incredible line. What's the craziest lie someone has ever told you when it was definitely clear in 4K that they was wrong?
I didn't call you all night and until this morning because I got pulled over and didn't know I had a warrant, so I was arrested. But then somehow got out on a Saturday afternoon, and we all know that they don't let you out on a Saturday. Like, you're getting out on a Monday. Stop lying. You were at another woman's house. Just say it. Just say it. I already looked it up. Like, women, we gonna go through data. We're gonna go to databases. See what's up with the jails and the hospitals. He lied. Yeah. So yeah.
He told the lie to the wrong person. Like,
right.
Did that man know that Claudia Jordan's on the Justice League? She got the same access to information as Batman. She gonna figure it out.
I used to be a newspaper reporter, and I did some investigative reporting, and I have a network of beautiful friends around the country that I just drop a first name and they will have a whole rundown on your whole life within like an hour. Like, I have a network.
You can't cross up a hot chick. She got hot chicks friends. They know how to pull up your backgrounds on the phones. I know a girl who had a subscription to one of those services where she could pull up anybody's background. She had a subscription, HK. And so
like peoplefinder.com?
Yeah.
Well, they have a premium plan that's even more than that. More than one of my friends has. Like, some friends have to do it for clearance for people that they hire. So they have like the for real software. Like, I'm telling you, fellas, it's not worth it. We will find out. We will find you and we will know. And your life will be miserable.
I'm trying to think. I don't know that I've ever been told a full-out lie, but maybe that just means I'm gullible and didn't recognize it. That's what I'm realizing right now.
We do fall for the okie doke a lot of time as men, Tanner. I'm looking at the comments. Mama Mel said, my phone fell asleep in the pool. Somebody else said, my ex told me, NASA's Roddy said, my ex told me I couldn't sleep over because his aunt was staying with him.
Oh, they always use a relative. Like they use a relative. Like I gotta take my mom to church in the morning.
But it's Tuesday.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Hilarious.
Yeah. All right, we got to take a quick break. I'm gonna keep it going in the chat. We'll see you guys with more side dish in just 2 minutes.
Welcome back. It's time for another Let Claudia Cook, where I give my hot takes on any given subject. All right, former NBA player Gilbert Arenas is not new to controversial takes regarding many topics. Now, on a live stream, he kept it way too real about what really goes on during the NBA season, from late night strip club runs to lying to his wife 10, 12 times a day. He says when the games start, so do the bad habits. Let's take a listen.
That's where all the bad habits are. So when the season starts, now I'm flying to Miami. Now I'm flying to Atlanta. Now I'm flying to Los Angeles, New York, right? Houston. Yeah. Coming in 2, 3 in the morning. Where am I going? Strip club. Right? Club. So we are partying and drinking damn near every city we go. What? Different girls every city we go. So we're partying during the season on our work schedule. In the summer, we ain't doing none of that. Yeah. Because our girlfriends and our families here. I lie to my wife every day. What 10, 12 lies a day. That's my job, to lie. Her job is to try to catch the lie.
So you've been through the whole phase.
Yeah.
And you lived it, and now you're settled down. I'm not gonna lie, respect.
No, see, you said settle down like I'm happy. that's wild, man. Don't put that on me.
Oh, Gilbert, never gonna grow up Arenas. He's entertaining. Like if he was just a podcast host, which he kind of is now, right? But like imagine being married to this man and he says on television that he lies 10 to 12 times a day, at least to you, his wife, the woman that he pledged all this, these vows to, pledge and honor you for the rest of my life. It's disrespectful. And to say it's your job to catch him, and then to also tell this young podcaster that he's not even happy with you, lady, run. But first, make sure you check and see if your ring is real or not, because what he did with Laura Govan, he gave her the real diamond ring, and then when he felt like, oh, things are getting rocky, he switched it out for a fake diamond ring. So when she went to go pawn it or whatever, or else he checked the value, it was fake. Gilbert, to me, I was talking to a friend about this, about how some men still are just pussycat hounds, and it just gives me like, it almost feels like, is it new to you to get ass? Because the way you still have that enthusiasm, like everywhere you go, I gotta think he's about 45, 50 years old now, to still be behaving like this, like it's not, like it's such a big deal. When does it get old? When do you get tired? How many times can you do the same thing over and over and over again, and just throw your penis on the craps table? I don't know. Eventually you're gonna crap out, roll snake eyes or midnight, and it's not gonna be good for you. But I don't know, Gilbert. If I was your wife, I'd be looking at my exit plan, because you are embarrassing me right now. My job to catch you lying. F out of here. That's what I say.
But what if all that was a lie too?
Yeah, that's my thing. Is like, first off, it never gets old. That's I wish I could say otherwise. It never gets old. I also feel like he's like, part of this is he's letting the young man in on like the behind the scenes of the NBA, which is like, turns out it's pretty much exactly like what we thought it would be like. But then also he's a storyteller and he's making jokes, and so like I think some of it is for the entertainment value.
Yeah, and that's possible, because you know what? Maybe I think sometimes, I will say this. I used to follow him on social media, and he is highly entertaining. Now, if you and your wife have an arrangement where she understands you're gonna just talk your crap on air, and I know what it really is when you come home, because that's how I believe other people like Corey Holcomb, like he was married, but I feel like you play these, you have this persona, and it's very entertaining. It pays the bills. I get that, but if it's real and you got a wife at home that is like, oh, really? 10 to 12 times is my job. But I have a feeling he doesn't really give a damn if you mad or not. He's going to just do him. He seems like he's not a guy that's like going to really.
He gives that, what are you going to do energy, like, exactly. I mean, but it's kind of like if you marry a police officer, there's a good chance that he may get killed in the line of duty. If you date a athlete, it's a very good chance he's going to kill someone in a bedroom in the line of duty. And I think you know what you're signing up for when you sign up for it.
But they do lie and present a whole different person before it gets real official. I'm just letting you know right now.
I wonder how many WNBA chicks cheat on a dude.
Yeah, they know the game.
Mm-hmm. That's why they play it. Well, moving on. Sometimes less is more, and that, my friends, is a lesson that needs to be learned by a lot of people out there. So everyone didn't apply it. However, life will humble you fast, and that's exactly what happened to Holly's baby daddy, DDG. I'm talking about Holly from Khloe and Holly. Some people say Haley. It depends on the day of the week. But anyway, there was an event where he was flexing on his necklace. Just take a look.
Good.
What's good with you?
Oh my gosh, you did it again.
You might be slow. Oh my gosh, what car do you drive? That is not the method.
I just don't want to.
Put that shit in your pocket. I'm not gonna lie, you are not tough for that.
Okay. I was waiting on somebody to tell me. You know what I mean? I really was gonna keep this shit going until somebody. But you being honest with me though, right?
Of course.
There you go.
There you go.
But I really respect that. Like, nobody was honest with me tonight. But
nobody said that shit to you?
No. Oh my gosh, you did it again.
Wow.
Do you think it was corny or innovative for him to rock his Ferrari keys around his neck? I feel like you're just begging to be robbed or like targeted for like a later terrible event when people kind of just know what it is.
I'm going to go back to do a recall to a story that we did earlier. See, this, I will amend what I said about Khloe Kardashian because this is how the way men are behaving. I 1000% now believe, yes, she has been celibate for 3 years because this is what we got to deal with. Ferrari keys around your neck, just doing too much. But then these are the same guys that would be mad if you gold dig them when they show up to events like this. You gotta make up your mind, sir. And it was
Does
very
he? Okay, someone help me out, because I remember we were talking about it was maybe last year or maybe early this year where he rented the Lambo to give it to his son for clout in a video. Like he was giving him the Lambo, but then we found out it was just like for his first birthday, right? And it was just for clout. He didn't buy it. Does he? And does he own a Ferrari, or did he just get a set of keys and hanging them around his necklace?
I mean, if that's a rental Ferrari key, that's not cute. What were you saying?
I mean, but it seems like he would have the money to do that, because he was really popular on YouTube. But I know a lot of people really just started like paying more attention to him when he got into the relationship with Haley. But I mean, he was doing his thing. He wasn't on my radar either. And when I started just doing the research, because I think we had an interview one time on the radio, and I was like, oh wow, this guy's been active for a long time. So I wouldn't put it past him, but you could just you don't got to do the corny stuff. All you got to do is show up and be dope. You don't got to do the dumb stuff.
Yeah, it's so I feel bad. I genuinely feel bad for men who think that they need to do things like this. Like, because now I'm thinking about it. It doesn't matter if the key was for his car or not, because the intention and the mindset behind it is the same regardless.
I'm going to tell you, when I first moved to Dallas and I went on my first date with KJ, who ended up being my boyfriend for 3 years, and he's like one of my best friends to this day. I remember he was like really saying, oh, his house was in the hood and his car was whatever. And then he came to pick me up at my high rise, and I lived in a nice place. And he pulled up in a dope, like a really nice white Range Rover. And I was like, like it made me be like, I love that you downplayed. And then I'm pleasantly surprised with, not that a Range Rover is a Ferrari, but I think it's a very dope car. I love them. I have one now. And I like that. Like the key around your neck is like you're advertising something that you don't want to give later. I think that's so sexy when a man downplays, and then I can discover like, oh, you didn't tell me how to like that. Like, don't lead with that, because that means the more, I think you're just corny. You're lame.
It's advertising that you're shallow is what it's doing. It's like a lot of times a shallowness of an individual is revealed a little bit over a conversation, over an evening. But when you got a key hanging around your neck, that's like a beacon of light screaming shallow.
I think social media is one of the worst things that happen to society. I really do. It really got people like really living for other people they don't even know.
Yeah. Also, I want to learn that handshake that girl was doing. I never got it. I didn't get a good look at it. Okay. All right, y'all. Hey, okay. So this is a fun one. This challenge has been going around. I'm excited about this version of it. The stars of Ryan Murphy's All's Fair on Hulu. I'm talking about Kim Kardashian, Teyana Taylor, Niecy Nash, Sarah Paulson, Glenn Close, and Naomi Watts. Bunch of big stars. They put their moves to the test in the backup dancer challenge. Let's just say it was given just a little bit of everything.
I never knew love like this before. Now I'm lonely nevermore. Since you came into my life.
Amazing.
They were dancing to different songs. Every last one of them.
Teyana was really shaking that thing like a salt shaker. Kim, now, I think you're a gorgeous girl. You've been around too many of us and birthed a few. You should be a little better by now.
You would think she'd have that rhythm.
But full disclosure, I kind of dance like that too.
Wait, like Kim or like Teyana?
No, Teyana could dance. Kim was like just she wasn't doing much. I'm probably like that though. I can't really dance. So who am I to
But
judge?
how much of her body you think she has actual control of? Like a lot of that stuff is aftermarket. So like you know.
Well, also she was in like, a big, almost a gown in that video. She's probably like cinched up within an inch of her life.
Look at that.
Yeah,
is that Sarah Paulson back there though, going crazy? Yo. Yeah. Sarah's like going hard. She's like going at it with the opening, putting the girls almost out.
I love that. That was so fun though. Listen, when we all get together in the same city, I'm gonna fly to Atlanta so we can do this. We need to do this.
I'll do it. Let's go.
I'm with the shenanigans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably be like Sarah Paulson, but I'm with the shenanigans.
I will be on the same level as Kim as I criticize her. So yeah.
It's hilarious.
When you think about like some of the different challenges that they've had over the last few years, which one has been your favorite? For me, it was the milk crate challenge because I feel like there's some people who still ain't necessarily regained their full mobility after falling off some of those. I love that one.
Do you remember the For the D challenge where girls were rapping what they would do for the D? My best, a bunch of celebs did it. My best friend Annie Alonso, she's like late to trends, and she wanted to do it like 8 months after the fact, and she came to my house and made me go for 12 hours straight. We kept redoing it. We finally did it, and I didn't want to post it, but eventually I posted a clip of it for her birthday. I'll have to share it with you guys. We were very late, but yeah, the For the D challenge. Embarrassing, y'all. Oh.
Anyone stick out to you, Santa? Guess not. Well, cool. Listen, we running the break, but when we come back, man, we got more side dish and a few. We got everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is this? Don't go nowhere. See you in 2 minutes. The break that Tanner's favorite challenge was the mannequin challenge because he hit us with that.
Yeah. That was a great. He mastered that one just now. Welcome back. They say all dogs go to heaven, but some people are not just trying to make sure. You may have seen the pet baptism pranks. If not, you're in for a hilarious treat. Check these out.
I'm up here to Columbia because I'm getting Chase and the other dogs. I'm getting them baptized.
Getting what? They ain't even talking about no daggone dog being baptized. You throw some damn water on the daggone dog.
Bishop Williams, they gonna baptize Louis.
I know you ain't talking about no damn dog.
Yes.
You need to get baptized before the dog.
Ashley wants to invite you and Mika to get Dallas baptized.
I'm gonna need you to say that again because I know for a fact I didn't hear that right.
MJ getting baptized. Yes, sir.
MJ who?
MJ, my dog, MJ.
What do you mean MJ's getting baptized?
MJ is ready to give his life to Christ. He said it. We asked him, and he gave us a little. So he's giving his life to Christ.
MJ said he's giving his life to Christ.
Yes.
Shut up, bro. Stop playing. No, money. Stop playing. I'm not. No. Now you're playing with God.
But you.
I wanted you to be a part of Leo's baptism.
What? That's Nicholas. You don't have nothing to do. Go pray now.
I'm trying to go back to the church to baptize the dogs.
The dogs.
Okay.
funny.
How would your parents or your friends react if you tried it? First of all, are y'all pet owners?
Mm-hmm.
You have pets?
Yeah, I got 2 dogs now.
Okay. How would your friends react to this? Or your family?
I don't know how my friends will react because I don't talk about my pets with my friends per se. Like only when something terrible happens, like when my old dog Lucy got attacked by that coyote. However, my dad, because he treats his dogs like they're people, but I don't think he would baptize. I don't think my dad would have batted an eye. And my mom was so supportive of anything that I chose to do in life. She'd be like, "Hey, what time you coming to pick me up?"
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Okay.
What about yours? Because I know you really rock with your pet. Like
I
your
really
pets.
do.
Yeah.
And I debated what I would do with Shelly when she passed, like if I was gonna like bury her, but I didn't want to do the whole pet cemetery thing in my backyard, so I didn't do it. I just put like a little shrine. What they might, yeah, they probably would support me because I knew that I don't have kids, so my pets are like my kids, I guess. They would probably do it and just bear with me and then maybe laugh behind my back. I don't know.
I mean, if they were serious, if someone was like serious about it, I'll go with it. Like in my family, like I don't have any pets, but both of my sisters have pets, and after a while, you know what I'm saying? They once a dog or a cat has been with you and your family about 10 years, they are a member. And so like I check in on them. I'm like, how's Murphy doing? What's up with Ranger? Is he feeling good now? Because you know dogs get sick and everything. And so I would go to a little pet baptism.
I think it's so funny because like in our culture, like amongst our cousins, like we are notorious for like not want to spend a bunch of money on our dog. Like we don't put the dogs in like outfits and let them kisses on the mouth and take them to the vet. Usually not that much. And you know, I think our friends would a lot of times be suspicious. Like, come on, that ain't happening.
Yeah. Like, yo, when like I had to take my dog to the hospital and they told me it was $16,000, like all of my ancestors was whispering in my ear, like, nah, son.
Yeah. They were like, what dog?
I paid it, man, because at that point, like I had the dog. That dog been in my life like 15 years, which was also a good reason to not spend $16,000. You know, like getting a dog a blood transfusion. You know what I mean? However, it bought me 7 more months.
7. I lost a cat. I maxed out my credit card. 1 month later, she got eaten up by a coyote. Snuck out the house after surgery to save her life. I was so mad.
Damn coyotes.
Oh, dang. Wow. We're going to start up a coyote vigilante group and take them out. Okay. All right. Here's a little sexy story for the night. So pay attention, folks. Move over, Bonnie Blue. If you know, you know, because Bertha Brown is coming for your spot. Older women are taking their talents over to the adult site OnlyFans and to show something seasoned, something a little strange, something maybe a little wrinkled for a little piece of change. 73-year-old Michelle Hardenbrook, a self-proclaimed GILF, signed up for OnlyFans to make ends meet. She said, if we don't do OnlyFans, we're living from one social security check to the next. There she is. So we can also take, this is a 72-year-old sex kitten, Caroline V, for example. V is not for virgin. She joined OnlyFans at 62. Now she's got money in the bank because guess what, guys? She's in the top 1% of earners, racking up $36K a month. $36K a month. That's like $400,000 a year. What would you do?
Do they tax that?
I think there's a little tax on it. OnlyFans also, I think they take 20% or so I've heard. What would you do if you scrolled and you saw your gam with the gams out on OnlyFans?
Who, me?
Sure.
Well, it would be weird because both my grandmas are dead. So I'd be like, wait a minute, who did this to my grandma?
Yo, man. Like the way my grandmother mind is right now. Oh, wait, like, yeah, you in the ghost league, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like the way my grandmother mind is right now, like, yo, I would be like Charles Bronson looking for vigilante justice, ready to murder the person that talked her into it. Cause like, yo, my grandmother has been talked into cutting off her Medicaid and re-signing up with it. It got to a point where it was like, yo, if you cancel this Medicaid one more time, we ain't let you back on. Like, she's just getting to a point where like, she used to be the one who used to tell us to trust nobody, and now she fall for everything. And it's just like, I hate that I'm not in the house answering the phone, doing the things. So if you see my grandmother on OnlyFans, you give her some grace, damn it.
I don't want to like just dramatically change the subject, but I am thinking about a little Helen Mirren's subscription, a little Dame Judi Dench subscription, maybe a oh my gosh, a Mark. Why can't I think of her name? You guys know who I'm talking about. She's so her and Snoop are good friends. Martha Stewart.
Martha
Stewart. Yeah.
Martha Stewart looks good. She's also like very sexy in her age. Like I would sign up for Martha Stewart's OnlyFans.
Would you date her?
She did with like some apron covering up the nips. You know what I'm saying? Just like, hey.
Talking about, look at these milk and cookies. Come on, Martha.
You know what? The way y'all are both behaving, I would place a bet that maybe one of y'all already are subscribing to grandma porn or OnlyFans. I like to check that search history when we go do that challenge together.
Hold on.
Jan, I'm gonna need to see your phone.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm gonna need to see it.
I mean, you can get everything you're looking for on Reddit. It's all on Reddit.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to probe these two, not physically, but mentally, and find out what's going on in their brains because I need answers. We'll be right back in 2 minutes.
Y'all got me and Martha making a pie. That's what we're doing.
Oh, gosh. I'll give you a pie.
Welcome back to Side Dish. And looking at the poll that we have in the chat about people subscribing to OnlyFans or for the Graham version, like 63% says Graham's either hit bingo tables, and the other 37% say, yeah, we support the elderly. Y'all good humans, you get to go to heaven twice. Now it's time for the question of the day, and it's time to set the scene. Now, listen, you did everything they said you were supposed to do. You went to school, you stayed out of trouble, you got that degree, all those things, man. Even started a business or maybe two of them, right? You made the smart money and now you're up, way up. You moved off the block, got a nice spot, better schools for your kids. Life is good. But here's the thing. The same people who used to cheer for you now whisper, man, they forgot where they came from. They ain't keeping it real no more. And all those other things that people say when you feel like, like you left them behind. Survivor's remorse, I think I heard somebody refer to it as. So here's the question. When you level up in life, do you owe it to your people to come back or just set an example from afar? Because I know a lot of famous people who got killed in the same neighborhoods that they used to walk on.
What do you think, Tanner?
It's interesting. It's so funny. First off, I'm very interested in both of your perspectives on this. Claudia, I would think my perspective on this might be similar to yours. I don't know where in Rhode Island you're from, but I would imagine a rural area. Am I right there?
Rhode Island has a city. I'm from East Providence, so it's city, but it's not like a big, huge city. Like 50,000 people in East Providence. I was Miss Teen Rhode Island, and Miss Rhode Island went to Miss USA. It was a big deal because I was like one of, I think, 2 from my state that ever made the top 10. So it was like a big deal. And like, I feel like being from the smallest state in the country, and I didn't mean to jump into your time.
No, you're fine.
But yeah, I do feel like you owe it to go back, or you should feel like, I feel it's rewarding to go back and inspire young little Claudia's back there. You know, like to kind of see beyond the state lines. Because I grew up with a lot of people that never left the state. So it felt good. But I do also realize what Nipsey Hussle, didn't he get killed in his own neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
And trying to do so much for his community. So it's like, you gotta find that.
Right in front of his business.
Yeah. And he was trying to do great things for this, not just the city, the state. And, but it does feel good to go back and to hear someone say, I never thought I could do this, but then when I found out you were from my same hometown, it made me feel I could do it. So I'd be like a yes with security.
A beacon of hope with security, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. So I'm from a really, really rural area. A little HK said it at the top of the show, Broken Bow. I'm from Broken Bow, Oklahoma. It's way down in the southeastern corner. There are 4,000 people in the whole town. And when I left, there was only 2 stoplights, or 4 stoplights, and they would turn 2 of them off in the summers. And it's funny. I rarely ever get back there. No one from McCurtain County, let alone not that many people from Oklahoma, have had any sort of career in the entertainment industry. Sure, there are a bunch, but not from Broken Bow. Like, let me tell you this, nobody from Broken Bow has ever done anything like this. And one time I was home, and now granted, I got out of college and I got out of town, and I like set on the chase, the dream and the whole thing. And somebody told me that I don't sound like us anymore. And that was a weird sort of like moment, because like where I'm from, it's kind of that stereotype of like, we kind of y'alls and ain'ts and like, hey, what do you want to do? It's like, that's really what it is. And it's really a very rural, very dirt road, backwoods kind of place. And so it's funny. Like, I don't get back there very often. And I do think about the little me's that are probably still there. And I don't know what to do about it, to be honest.
I think it'd be really impactful if you did go with less than 4,000 people there. Like maybe do something, a daytime event, something where it's like I don't know, like maybe pass out toys for tots or something. It would make you like a national, like not a national, it'd make you like a hero in that city. You know what I mean?
You can inspire the next version of you. You know what I mean? Like that kid who like came from your same zip code that made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like for me, like it's been one of those things where like, cause I moved around so much, right? Like, you know, the Dallas portion of my life, no problems there. And most of the New York portion of my life, no problems there. Like I go back to Tracy Towers every time I go to New York. And I even ran into the maintenance man, George, who is responsible for the one whooping I ever got in life from my mom because I was at the soda machine and I shouldn't be. He still works there after all these years. Concourse Village, never going back. Concourse Village got so bad, they let the security guards go. They're like, yo, listen, just get out. Just go.
Oh
so I ain't going back there. But I love going back because it pours into my soul to be able to see people that I saw, that I grew up with, been around, people reminded me of stories that I forgot about. And it's like, I feel very loved on when I go to those places. So I always go back, man, because like it completes me. It makes me whole, man. Because the world fake, sometimes, and you need to be around something real.
True.
All those places made us who we are, the 3 of us. They really did.
Oh yeah.
And we had to leave. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're not leaving you permanently because we're going to break. But when we come back, man, we played everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is it? See you in dose.
All right. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is that time. We've reached that portion of the show. It's time for everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is it? All right, here we go. Okay, okie dokie. So keeping in the elderly topics, a 76-year-old man in Highlands County, Florida, just got popped for running a whole pharmacy out of his house. But here's the kicker. He had a big old sign on the front yard that said, absolutely no drugs allowed on the premises.
What a plot twist. Cops pulled up and found coke, crack, oxy, meth, weed, and Xanax. More inventory than your local CVS and that sketchy pain management clinic around the corner.
Plus, Grandpa had like $20K in cash and a whole gang of guns, giving major Breaking Bad vibes. And his new address is now the Highland County Jail with a sign that says, absolutely no visitors after 8. All right, y'all. Whose cousin is it? You feel like it was you, Tanner? Like your cousin?
I feel like well, there's also the Florida of it all. But okay. I also feel like, now I don't know Highlands County. I don't know the demo there. I don't know the population there. But certain variations of my elderly cousins who really like a lot of guns are very anti-government. And once they get to be anti-government, they very quickly turn to the drug trade. And so to me, it goes a little hand in hand. Florida, anti-government. Like I would say this is going to be my elderly cousin with a short haircut, maybe missing some teeth and maybe a goatee. You know, like you see in the profile pics where they're saying something incredibly racist. You know,
yeah. For me, like in my head, I picture the guy who's like the redneck character on Grand Theft Auto 5, that playable character who was also involved in all the things that this guy was involved in. Like that's who I visualize in my head.
I don't
you think
know.
Is murder?
I don't know. I'm trying to see what the racial makeup of Highlands, Florida is. I know that's kind of like cheating a little bit, but
an appropriate name for all the drugs he had.
I know, right? That's funny.
Based on the demographic, I'm gonna have to go with Tanner's cousin. It's only 9% black there.
Ooh,
but
only 9%. They're not cutting that population very well.
But the drugs. We don't really mess with meth and oxy, coke.
Yo, meth is my cousin's 100%. There has to maybe somewhere been a black meth crime, or is it only white people doing meth?
I mean, probably like in the lowest percentages. The only meth that we mess with is Method Man. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where it stops.
There it is.
So we're going Tanner's cousin? That's what we're doing?
Tanner's cousin it is, man.
Let's do it.
Let's see it. Let's that van. No! Not Mr. John Wesley Moss.
Oh, and he got that nice scarf.
That's Morgan Freeman cousin.
And he looks like, and I'll do it again.
Dang.
That's what he looks like. He does.
Here I was, falling on the meth sword. And look what happened.
We've kind of been rattled this week with, these crimes. Like
you would think we know nothing about crime. We need to go back outside.
Yeah,
we need to do a week in Florida, and not the fun part either. Like we need to understand the culture and the landscape so we can lock in with these crimes.
Side dish live from West Florida, or whatever.
The absolutely no drugs allowed on the premises. He's probably like big in the church too and everything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He did an old bait and switch, like we don't got drugs here. Greenland, Iceland, that kind of vibe.
Hey, I want to shout out. Fela Kuti, Big Sis, Chris, Christine R, Gina G Love, Lamont, Bully, Angel, Unique, Patty Boy. So happy to see you guys.
You can catch my whole episode of Tamron Hall Show on the Tamron Hall Show website. They replay it. It's on there now. Check it out.